Newsroom, I'm Dave Price. Our next update.
1:30 just ahead. More stimulating talk from the O'Charlie's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charlie's.
Join Ty Higgins from the Ohio Agricultural Network on the Elder Ag and Farm Report weekdays at 6:25 a.m. on 570 WKVN. Learn the best techniques for crop management as well as new products and equipment. It's the Elder Ag and Turf Farm Report weekday mornings on 570 WKVN.
Hi, this is Eric Clark at Fairway Ford in Canfield. Trucks, that's what we're all about at Fairway. With over 300 F-150s and Super Duties available, it's no wonder Fairway is the #1 F-150 dealer in the entire region, including Ohio and Pennsylvania. We have Limiteds, Platinums, Lariats, King Ranches, XLTs, and STXs, all on sale at your Ford truck headquarters and top dollar for your trade-in. Visit us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
When you see 570 WKVN broadcasting live around the valley, stop by and spin the Pizza Hut prize wheel for a chance to win prizes. All day, every day, 2 pizzas, $5.99 each with 2 toppings each. No one out delivers the Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
If you haven't stopped by Altier's Home and Garden, what are you waiting for? You're missing out on gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals. Perennials that bloom year after year, a wide selection of fresh herbs that will transform an ordinary meal into an extraordinary meal, and patio accessories that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. So quit procrastinating and head to Altier's Home and Garden on South Avenue, near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
Hi, Joe Flynn here, and I'm hitting the road with Flinny for some summer fun.
Before I hit the road to anywhere, I'm taking the car to Flynn's first.
That's a great idea, Flinny. Before you hit the road, get a free tire check at any Flynn's Tire and Auto Service location.
And what about mechanical repairs and service?
Get a free safety check on your vehicle with any purchase, and go to flynnstire.com for service coupons.
I think all our friends would like to know about that.
Go ahead and tell them, Flinny.
Be sure to get your tires and auto service at Flynn's, where the advertised tire price is the entire price. And tell them Flinny sent you.
Join us every Tuesday evening at 6 for the Two-Wheel Power Hour Motorcycle Show on 570 WKBN. Need a furnace and AC checkup? Call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
Skies will become partly sunny today with the small risk for an isolated shower or sprinkle. Temperatures will climb into the upper 70s. Expect partly cloudy and quiet conditions tonight with temperatures dropping back into the upper 50s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Temperature 69.
All right, welcome everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and we get to do this show on Saturdays. We get to talk about things that are happening in the tech world. I'm also here in case you have some questions about your technology and the things that you're working with. You can pick my brain here while we're together. Purpose of the show: sort of we collaborate. We all sort of participate in the conversation. You bring some situations to light. We talk about them, and then there are hundreds of other people, maybe thousands of other people who would benefit from those questions and those situations, because we all have been there. I mean, you think about the day you started using a computer until now. You've run into a lot of different situations, and the first time you ran into those situations, it was confusing and it was a little stressful, and you probably burned a lot of daylight trying to figure these things out yourself. And then as you became a better user, more proficient user, you understood a little bit more of the theory that goes behind most of this stuff. And then you become good at troubleshooting it because you understand how these things function. And then so when someone asks a question about a router, I'm not interested in just saying, okay, memorize this exact situation so that we can help other people. Then we talk a little bit about routers and see if we can figure out and teach you a little bit about how routers operate. And that way you can put it on the device and know that it's just not a magical box that works on its own. You know how it functions, what its roles are, and that way you become even a better troubleshooter the next time around, because these experiences kind of build us all up. Second part of it is that we all become less intimidated by this when we talk about it openly, and we know that it's not we don't have these biases where we're angry at these devices because we don't understand them. We take that intimidation away, then you're more likely to get more stuff done and trust in this stuff and go a little bit further instead of just getting mad at it and swearing off of it. We've had people call the show before and say, "I'm so fed up with this technology stuff. I was giving it a shot, but I'm going to throw this thing out the window." And we've all been there. We've all had our out the window kind of moments. And so this show has been really great for everybody involved. I've learned a ton. We've connected with some great fans of the show and audience members who listen religiously. And, some of them just like being connected to the tech world, and this is their way. Some of them, help me out here. And when we hear a question that I don't know the answer to, they text us or they email us or they even call. So our audience is great, very intelligent. I mean, these Saturday shows are amazing because not only do you get the expert behind the microphone, but you get an audience that's listened to them for years and years and years. So think of this as like a public domain university where we get smart people, we put them in a room and we make them talk for a little while, and you just have no choice but to pick something up along the way. Even if it's like your first day on the job, you pick something up because you're just close enough to hear the conversations. And we don't do a whole lot of acronyms or try to make it so you can't understand. It's the opposite. Okay, you probably find that there are we take some of the tech speak out of it on purpose. So when we talk about it, you learn it as a concept, not how they refer to it in an industry. So I'm not teaching you how to be good in the industry because they're going to want to use the acronyms and, because they know it already. This is where we, like I said, we backpedal a little bit, we slow it down a little bit. And then everybody in the audience, whether or not it's your first day or your 700th day, we all learn together. And that's sort of the agreement we have with everybody. There's nobody that's stupid out there. There's nobody on your first day that, you're going to feel intimidated by this show because, that's the purpose of it. I want first day people to go to the front of the line and ask your question. Even if you think it's dumb, I'm not going to approach it as if it's dumb. Okay, so if that's your deal, call up and ask your question. 330-729-9977. Let's take a phone call. Elroy's out there. Elroy, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Yeah, I called before, but this is a big boo-boo. I did it.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, the 7-inch screen, it can't be replaced. I cracked it, and it looks bad, but I still use it. It works perfect. Never had a problem with it since I did it. I ain't going to tell you how I did it because I don't want to be that stupid.
Okay, all right.
But what can it be replaced?
And you said this is a laptop?
No, it's a tablet.
Oh, a tablet.
7-inch Samsung.
Yes. So there are some repair companies in our area, and they are quite good at doing it. Now, tablets are a bear. And so I would probably take it. There's a place up in Boardman on 224. I can't mention the name, but it's up there. They specialize in screen repair, and they do it pretty cheap. I think the ones that they struggle with are the iPads. So I think the Samsungs they can do pretty easily, but I would check with them. I would say you're going to probably drop about $150 maybe on it. I can't tell you specifically, but I'd give them a call.
Okay, $300 I paid for it. So
yeah, it's a rough one. It really is. You're paying half the value of the tablet to have the screen repaired.
Okay. Now that can be done.
It can be done. Yep.
Well, I want to spend $150 to fix it, huh?
Well, don't take my word for it. It might be cheaper than that. I'd at least call them and see if they can give you a quote.
Yeah, I can still use it. The cracks are very fine, not big, not across the screen, just corners and just some. Okay, well, I don't know. I got to find out whether I want to spend the money on it.
There you go. All right, Elroy, thanks for the phone call. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, take care. And I will tell you guys this. I don't care if it's. Can't get rid of that. There it goes. So I don't care if it's these things are made of glass. So if they're dropped or if they're squished or whatever, they're going to crack. I mean, it's a physics thing. They do make some of these Samsung phones out of Gorilla Glass, which where it's not going to scratch. I mean, you're still dealing with something that it can go wrong. So the best thing that I can recommend is having some kind of protector on there. I had my iPhone without a protector for the longest time, and it was dumb. And then I did get a protector, and I swear by it, and I still dropped it with a protector, and I even had it break once. But you really want to give it I mean, these are $1,000 machines sometimes, and you don't want to, you don't want the screen to be cracked. And I know a lot of people go around with their screen cracked, and they don't pay it, and it's so annoying to operate on a cracked screen. Right? I'll tell you from my standpoint, so I'm just trying to show you a picture, and it looks like they're showing you a picture of a spider web. Right? So get those screens fixed. Anyway, 330-729-9977. Let's go to Gloria next. Gloria, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Yes, I wonder if you in your shop have had any experience with the latest update from Microsoft that wipes out your computer and what we can do about it.
All right, so that is the April update, and they force this update on you every April. It's going to happen once a year, and it's going to be big, and it's always going to happen in April, and you can't not do it. Okay, it's forced on you. So what you want to do, knowing when it comes along, you're going to want to get a backup, an image backup of your computer, so that if it goes wrong, then you can restore it back before the update was done. Now, if it happens and you lose your profile, if you can get it to like a Youngstown computer or somebody does computers, they can usually recover some of the stuff because I don't think it overwrites it. I think there's going to be a folder on there that we can drag it out of or at least recover some of the data if it does get deleted.
Can't even turn it on.
Oh, really? It's okay. All right. Yeah, I'd have someone take a look at it. If it broke it from that level, the data's probably still sitting on there, but the operating system's in an unbootable state. Got to get it booting, and then your stuff will probably be there.
Are they responsible for that at all?
Nope, not at all. When we do that user agreement, when it gets installed or you turn on your computer for the first time, it says, hey, there's no expressed warranty on anything.
Wow. I mean, it doesn't do it to everyone's, but boy.
Yeah, I would say it creates a lot of business for places like Youngstown Computer. I mean, I'm telling you, every April we probably get about 2 a week of somebody that it happens to like that. So I'm sorry that happened to you, but it's part of the gig. Just make sure you back up in April.
How do you take a screen image?
A screen image?
What you're saying?
A disk image. Okay, so you want to take a drive, like an external drive or a flash drive, and you want to back up to that external drive. Okay, you could just use the regular Windows backup. You don't even have to use anything funky. You could just plug it in the search bar, type in backup, and then tell it that you'd like to take an image. And then basically what it does, it takes a snapshot of what your computer looks like in that moment and moves it to the external drive. And that way, if something goes wrong, you plug that back in and you can do a restore back and replace it.
Even your programs and everything that.
Oh, it does the whole thing. It's a snapshot. So literally everything as it is right there will be back if you run that image backup.
Like I have embroidery software programs. Those will restore them too?
Yep, absolutely. As it is exactly how it is.
How big of a flash drive do you have to do that?
You just at least have to have the size of the hard drive. So if you have a 500 gig drive, you want to make sure that you have like a terabyte. So make it bigger than whatever the internal drive is, or at least the data that's consumed. So if you're only using 100 gigs, 500 gig drive will be plenty.
So if I go to my computer and see how much is used.
Yep. Just make sure it's bigger.
Do that.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Gloria. Appreciate it. And so what this works, when I say image, I mean, there's different types of backups, but an image, you got to, when I say snapshot, it is looking at literally what data, what programs, the whole system state is in that moment. So what we'll do is maybe once a month, we'll take an image state backup, right? How it looks like on that day. Now, granted, when you replace that, it goes back to looking exactly like it did on that date that you took the snapshot. So anything since the snapshot, if it was important, it's not going to be there. So you want to make sure first that you have, let's just say you use Carbonite or Mosey or some kind of cloud backup. Well, all your data and your pictures and your music and all that kind of stuff's up on Mosey. So then what you can do is restore your system image back, get it back to what it was, the beginning of the month, and then you can go out to Mosey or Carbonite and bring that stuff down. So at least once a month, get a full system backup that you can go back to. And again, you're only going to go back, you're going to restore back there, so you're just going to need about 30 days worth of data or someplace to put 30 days worth of data. That's one of the most perfect situations because you can't do a full system state when you're using the cloud. So you use your local drive to do the system state. And then once you do it, you keep it unplugged. You don't have to keep doing those backups, and then use some kind of automated system that's going to push the other stuff out to the internet, and then you know what to do when that's happened. Now, in her case, it wasn't bootable, so it might be a reload, right? And then during the reload, then you have to do the system restore, and then it'll bring it back. But you'll always be able to use that backup. So even if you reload it, get back to Windows, plug in that system restore it back, now you're good to go, and your stuff's all back. So 330 729-9977. Let's go to Denny next. Denny, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Hi, Joe. I've heard you talk about TV questions from time to time. You still taking those?
Say that again?
I've heard you talk about TV questions
TV.
from time to time. You still entertaining those?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This week I had my first experience with trying to get over-the-air TV.
Yeah.
And I had various opinions thrown at me about how to do this. I ultimately bought a small 19-inch TV for the kitchen counter and one of the inexpensive plug-in type antennas to get over-the-air broadcasts. The question is, I asked about getting stations in a range of areas. And at the big box store, they offered 3 different variations of the inside antenna with varying mileages, supposedly, that it could cover. According to one source, they said just buy the least expensive one because the signal is coming from the antenna. They supply all the power, from the broadcaster, rather. They supply all the power, so it doesn't matter how expensive the antenna is. You're not going to get further coverage for more dollars. And the other party said, no, there's definitely something to it, but you're not likely to get as much coverage as is stated on the box. Do you have any experience with that kind of thing?
Yeah, and they design these antennas for the range that you're looking to accomplish. And the ones that I buy are the small ones. You look to get up to about 40 miles from where it's set up. So you'll get all of the Youngstown channels, and Cleveland and Pittsburgh are going to be fringe, so you probably aren't going to get Cleveland and Pittsburgh. They make one above that is sort of the 90-mile range, which if you're looking for Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Youngstown, that's the one that you want to go after. Now, our area, it's very, sometimes you're in a valley, sometimes you're, up a little bit higher. There are different areas that do better at different elevations. So the one that I purchased, the long-distance one, I set that sucker in my basement, and I got 70 channels.
Oh, my.
Okay, so, and a lot of them were, duplicates, but I got way more than I was expecting. Denny, can I hold you over after the break?
Yes.
All right, I want to talk to you a little bit longer about this, too. But the deal is 2 versions, 40 and 90, and you can hit those markets. All right, 330-729-9977. We're going to take this break. We're going to talk a little bit more about TVs. I want to talk about cutting the cable, too. So you're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
New to Medicare and need help understanding your options? The Ohio Department of Insurance will help. Join us at a free Welcome to Medicare event in your area. Find help near you. Visit insurance.ohio.gov or call 1-800-686-1578.
For over 40 years, Bronx RV has been a family-owned and operated local business. If you're looking to go camping in the great outdoors or you're just wanting a home away from home, Bronx RV has a great selection of new and used RVs. Bronx RV provides simple yet competitive pricing and offers a full parts and service department. Bronx RV pays top dollar for trade-ins and gives you the freedom to browse at their location on Route 45, just 4 miles north of Salem. Go to Bronx.com today to check out their inventory.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks, there's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
The legendary frontman of The Who, Roger Daltrey, is back and ready to rock with his brand new studio album, As Long As I Have You, featuring guitar by Pete Townsend. Available now.
Sellout crowd of 35,000.
This is more than a walk-up.
Here's Frankie Lindor batting right-handed.
This is stepping up to the challenge.
Now the pitch to Ramirez.
This is more than a hit. This is perseverance paying off.
Swung on and hammered. Away, back goal.
This is more than a ballpark. This is a city coming together.
Snag a duffel bag courtesy of Shears at the Tuesday, June 5th game. Tickets are available at Indians.com.
A paranormal evening with Alice Cooper.
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
Alice Cooper, live in concert. Saturday, October 27th, Packard Music Hall.
Welcome to my night.
The new album, Paranormal, is out now. Tickets on sale now at the box office or Ticketmaster.com. Produced by JAC Live. Alice Cooper, live.
Thinking of taking a summer vacation this year? Why not vacation in your own backyard? Drag out the lawn chairs or lay out the blankets. Have no problems with crowded beaches, messy sand, or long lines. When you buy a Radiant pool from Burnett Pools, it turns your backyard into a little piece of paradise, and it can be used year after year. Radiant pools feature the same technology used to build airplanes and aircrafts. It's the only above-ground pool with a lifetime warranty against winter damage and is insulated with 2-inch thick foam. The incredible Radiant pool. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water than any other pool you can install in your backyard. This exclusive technology is available only at Burnett Pools in Cortland, Canfield, and Newcastle. And as a special bonus, how does 0% APR for 60 months sound? Visit BurnettPools.com or one of our convenient locations in Cortland, Canfield, or Newcastle. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water with a Radiant pool and 0% APR for 60 months.
Burnett Pools, we've got it all.
Great planting beds start with fresh mulch from Altier's Home and Garden Center. Start with Altier's very popular natural double shredded brown mulch or their color enhanced double shredded mulch in black, brown, and red tones. All can be enhanced with any of Altier's decorative stone. And don't forget the play area. Altier's has playground mulch. Remember too, at Altier's, haul the mulch yourself or ask about same-day delivery. Call today, get it today. Altier's Home and Garden Center, South Avenue at the corner of McClurg Road in Boardman.
We're just a few short months away from full-scale marijuana legalization across the entire Canadian country. That's right, Canada is ending their war on cannabis. And that means that very soon, dozens of tiny U.S.-based marijuana firm stocks, those that trade for just pennies today, could skyrocket by 100%, 300%, 500%, or higher. This is your chance to turn a single $50 bill into an absolute fortune. But you need to get in ASAP, according to Agora Financial. Share prices are expected to begin soaring this summer. As CNBC explains, now is the right time to bet big on marijuana, as the industry is poised to be gigantic. And Forbes is touting that hundreds of millions of dollars are pouring in. Check out Agora Financial's analysis at ProfitFromPot.com to find out how you can legally stake a claim in the best of the best that this industry has to offer. That's ProfitFromPot.com. ProfitFromPot.com. Go now. If you don't, you'll probably regret it for the rest of your life.
How can you extend your life by 6 years? Getting the right form of vitamin C. Most doctors don't look at our vitamin C levels. Walking around tired or just not feeling right? Listen Sunday morning at 8:30 to world-renowned Dr. Michael Pincus give valuable information. This Sunday at 8:30 a.m.
Temperature 69.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. Before the break here, we were talking to Denny. I wanted to ask a couple questions to him, so I kept him on. So, Denny, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, couple questions. So, did you cut the cable? Do you still pay your cable provider?
Yes, I do. The idea for this TV I was telling you about was to try to eliminate purchasing an additional cable box.
Okay.
So that was accomplished. I took the experiment with the lowest priced antenna, got the local stations that I was after for that particular TV, and so that's okay for me. And we live in a bowl here at the bottom of the bowl, so we're not going to have the same experience as somebody who's up elevation-wise, I don't think, in terms of getting the stations that, in Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Certainly not without spending the more money for the more expensive antenna.
Right. Yeah, you're fighting a different thing, geography, and so yeah, I would in your case, if you can do it. I mean, there's a guy up in Warren that we've been meaning to have on the show that does sort of like the mast antennas. You mount them on the outside of your house, and it's up the pole and whatever. Those are amazing. I mean, those got range because you've got some elevation on it. So check in with us after you've done this experiment and let us know how it goes.
One other question along those same lines, maybe you can answer. The other way to try to eliminate cable boxes, I was told by the cable company, is to buy Roku and then download the company's app and then somehow blend that together. Have you had any experience with that kind of thing?
Well, I've tried them all, and we went through the whole cut the cable thing, and we don't have a set-top box at all. And so we get all of our stuff. You get over the air for the Fox, NBC, CBS, and ABC, and then we use Sling TV to get everything else. And so really, with Sling TV, the one that we ended up with, we still needed Hulu for something. And so every once in a while, we'll have to go out there and purchase something that's not on our normal thing. But yeah, we watch all the TV that anybody else does. And I think we pay $60 a month for Sling TV, and then the rest is over the air. So we cut our cable bill from $200 plus down to $60.
Oh, well, good for you. And by doing that, were you able to get the local affiliates of ABC, CBS, and NBC?
Exactly. Yep. And that was the over the air. So I had to buy an antenna for each TV. So, $30 a piece for that. But yeah, that paid for itself in the first month.
Okay, very good. All right, well, thanks for your help.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the phone call, Denny. And see, what we're hoping for in the future is that when we decentralize it so that we don't have one source to buy all of our stuff from, you get some competition, and then service gets better everywhere. Short term, Spectrum hurts and Armstrong hurts because you got a little competition. But think about it. You've got more studios that are producing content. You got different ways of distributing that content. You open it up to a new world and you change that marketplace. The marketplace the studios and the people who are doing the old school stuff, they hate it because it's changed. But consumers, it's amazing for us. So if enough of us entertain it and see how it works out, some great things could come down the pike. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back, take some more of your phone calls. 330-729-9977. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. The FBI and the Boardman police are investigating a robbery of Citizens Bank on Boardman Poland Road yesterday afternoon. Investigators say a man armed with a handgun took money from a teller and a customer and ran west on Boardman Poland Road. The robber, described as a light-skinned black man, approximately 6'1", 215 pounds, in his late 20s to early 30s, wearing possibly a red Cleveland Cavaliers hat, red shirt, and blue jean shorts. Those with information are asked to contact 330-726-4144. In Mesopotamia, one person is dead after a crash between a logging truck and an SUV. 27 First News says it happened about 6 p.m. last night at the intersections of State Route 534 and State Route 87. The log truck collided with the SUV after the SUV began driving through the intersection. A female passenger is confirmed dead. The driver is in critical condition. The log truck driver was not injured. From the all-new Power Chevrolet Buick GMC newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 2.
This is Dave Johnson, owner of the historic Spread Eagle Tavern and Inn of Hanoverton, Ohio. If you're looking for that special occasion dining experience, then the Spread Eagle Tavern is the place for you. I would like to personally invite you to the Spread Eagle, a place that takes you back in time with period antiques, white linen tablecloth, and a gourmet dining experience that is second to none. Reservations are recommended 330-223-1583. I hope I see you there soon.
The hometown advantage. You see it in the shops and offices downtown, in our factories, schools, and farms. Jet the accountant has it. So do Corey in IT and Amber, the vet tech. They found local jobs at MahoningValleyHelpWanted.com. It's where local employers find local workers like you, people who care about this community. Search jobs and apply online right now. Get the advantage of finding a job close to home at MahoningValleyHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work.
Hey guys, what puts a bigger smile on your face than driving around in a clean, older four-wheel drive truck? Imagine pulling into the hardware store in that lifted 85 Chevy K20, or getting all the thumbs up driving down the road in that 76 F-250 Highboy. This is Joe Fire from Fireball Motors. We sell those trucks. We specialize in non-rusty West Coast trucks from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s that are under 10 grand. We are located on Route 422, just an eighth mile from the PA border, or online at fireballtrucks.com. And remember, Fireball means four-wheel drive.
Belmont Eye Clinic has your tickets to Cirque du Soleil Crystal at Covelli Center. Stop by and enter today. No purchase necessary, must be 18 years or older. Belmont Eye Clinic, 2 great locations. Westford Center on Route 224 in Canfield or Belmont Avenue in Liberty.
If you haven't stopped by Altiers Home and Garden, what are you waiting for? You're missing out on gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals. Perennials that bloom year after year, a wide selection of fresh herbs that will transform an ordinary meal into an extraordinary meal, and patio accessories that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. So quit procrastinating and head to Altiers Home and Garden on South Avenue, near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks, there's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
Are you putting your retirement savings in a 401k, IRA, or investment account? Then I have one word of advice. Stop. Many experts warn of a stock market crash any day now. And if it's anything like the last two crashes, you could lose 50% or more of your hard-earned savings in the Wall Street casino. Can you afford to lose half of your retirement savings again? Hey, you don't have to lose a penny because there's a better, safer way to save for retirement. And you can learn all about it in a free report. This is the report Wall Street and big banks desperately hope you never see. Why? Because this method continues to grow your money even when the market tumbles. It lets you take back control of your money and finances, and it gives you penalty-free access to your savings. Plus, it beats the pants off any 401k or IRA. These are uncertain times, so get the information you need today to guarantee your retirement security. To get this free report, go to bankonyourself.com right now. That's bankonyourself.com. Bankonyourself.com.
Ready to do this.
Get ready. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is back.
This festival is insane to bring all these different types of music together.
Can you believe all the artists performing? The best fans in the world with the biggest stars from all walks of music under one roof.
Be here as our 2018 iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup is revealed. Tuesday morning at 9.
You don't remember days, you remember moments. But when the old tapes and photos that hold your cherished memories degrade, or worse, you lose them, they're gone forever. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger. We started Legacy Box to help you preserve those irreplaceable moments.
Load your Legacy Box with your old tapes, film, pictures, and audio, and send them in. You'll get them back on DVD or a convenient thumb drive.
Visit legacybox.com/USA. And for a limited time, you'll get 40% off your order. legacybox.com/USA.
Hi, Tom Bodette. Scientists tell us that Earth is overdue for a huge solar flare. Bad news, it'll probably fry our electronics and technology. Good news, we'll all get a spectacular tan. Well, a good place to hunker down for the looming sunpocalypse is Motel 6. You'll get a great low rate on a great room under a roof and save more for other stuff like sunscreen or a nice big hat. Well, I'm Tom Bodette, and we'll leave the light on for you. Or maybe not.
Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charlie's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charlie's. Cool your home this summer. Call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
Skies will become partly sunny today with the small risk for an isolated shower or sprinkle. Temperatures will climb into the upper 70s. Expect partly cloudy and quiet conditions tonight with temperatures dropping back into the upper 50s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Temperature 69.
570 WKBN.com. Powered by Donnell Ford, Market Street, Boardman, with the largest Ford inventory in the valley.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I'm Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and we bring you this show on Saturdays to talk about things that are happening in tech. You, the audience, are the most important person on this couch here. Your experiences and the things that you're running into help us to talk about things that are relevant to other listeners that may be experiencing those like or same things. So we bring these topics up, and they're interesting, and I get sort of add them to the library of things that we talk about on a regular basis. And one of my favorite is cutting that cable. And as we ended the last break for, the competition that creates within those medias. So when you look at, you had for years, for more than 100 years, you had an industry that was built around a, complete mechanism of distribution, right? You had three stations, and you had the movie theater. And so you had to go through a network, and you had to go through distribution for theaters, right? And then VHS, and you see how that we kept adding different methods of getting stuff, but it was never quite competition with each other. Now, every industry goes through this process where we get to a point where technology evolves to the point where it makes your method of distribution either antiquated or unnecessary. But we'll say like Netflix started out, sending out movies to people. And then they were real successful about that. So they started, Netflix used to be that you subscribed and they sent you things in the mail and there really wasn't a web interface. And then they slowly made a web interface that allowed you to watch movies that you downloaded from the internet. And then most of they don't send CDs out anymore, right? Or DVDs out anymore. So, once they had people able to log into the web browser on their computer, then they started including on devices so that you go to Netflix and you basically able to watch it on your regular TV, because not many people were going to do this if they had to watch TV on their computer monitors, right? So as soon as they got onto your TV, now you had your first good competitor where if you wanted to buy a movie, you can get it from you can get it from a DVD or a VHS, or you can download it from the internet. That was really, really convenient. Now, they were incomplete, right? So they had to make these deals where the people that distributed the content would sell the rights to be able to sell these videos. And for the most part, they would have a lot of movies, but they were being that they were incomplete. If I said, "Oh, what do I want to do tonight? Let's go watch a movie," and then if they don't have the licensing for the movie that I wanted to watch, well, you weren't going to watch it, right? So it made it incomplete. So as long as they were playing the games of buying licensing from people who were not friendly, okay, you got to understand that, when these industries, they've formed out these alliances and these big walls to keep their product relevant to the consumers. And if they made it too easy to jump off of those, the networks and stuff like that, then they were going to really lose. So if you wanted to watch a TV show, and that TV show was on AMC, and it was going to be really difficult, because why would I go watch the other stuff on AMC if I could just go and get the programming that I wanted? Well, Joe Danier here, I'm in favor of the a la carte thing. You go watch what you want. I'm so sick of subsidizing production of shows that I won't ever watch, right? So if you took the 600 channels that you have on your cable, and you really figure out what you pay per month per channel, and most of them you watch 0 things and you have to subscribe to them, or else if you didn't, they wouldn't be a thing. So we had these terrible products that nobody watched that kept you as the consumer paying for those things, and we got fed up because every year our cable bill went up and up and up. You never saw it go down. It up and up and up and up, and when the channels got more numerous and the ones you actually watched stayed about the same. And so somebody comes along like Netflix and they shake everything up and say, "Hey, Mr. Consumer, let's see if you really want to just buy the stuff you want. I will overpay for the stuff I want as long as you allow me to eliminate the stuff that I don't want." So let's just say I'm paying $5 a month for a channel, right? That seems pretty typical. And I watch 4 channels. And if let's just say a show comes on, let me just buy the show. I don't even want to subscribe to your channel. I want to buy the show. And if a channel produces it and they distribute it and I can buy it from you, cool. But the monthly subscription to a bunch of crap that we shouldn't be watching anyway, I'm not going to judge you. You can watch as much TV as you want. But let us pay for just the stuff that we want. And then, like I said, it's regardless if you want to or not, you're subsidizing channels that are distributing crap, and that's where the cut the cable thing is. And as much of trouble that they tried to make it they made it hard to cut the cable. They made it so that you were incomplete. And so we did experiments for a good 3 years before I got to a point in the experiment where I found something I wanted to watch and I couldn't get it, and I ended up at a bar watching a TV show. That's when I said, not ready yet. And then the next year I'd do it again, and the next year I'd do it again. And finally, I have not had to go somewhere and watch a show. I could get it somewhere. Okay, even if I had to subscribe to HBO one time to get it, it was at least available, and I had a choice to pay $10 that month to get that one show. But if you look in the aggregate, if you add all the stuff together, so here's a question I get asked a lot. Well, not a lot, but I get asked, do you rent a movie or do you buy a movie? So if you went back in history and added up all of the DVDs that you watched and you paid $20 a DVD, how many of those DVDs did you watch one time, and how many of the DVDs did you watch 100 times? Okay, so I have this rule. I'm going to assume that I'm going to watch your movie one time, all right? And so I rent everything. Give me the $3 rentals every single time. Hollywood's been putting out crap, so the chances I want to watch a movie a second time is, very the chance is very insignificant. So if I end up watching it a second time, then I buy it because there's a reason I watch it a second time. But when you take 10 movies, I paid $3 each for the movies. I paid $30 to rent it. Now I have to go to the second one, and that one movie cost me now, $20 to buy it plus the $3 in rent. Now I paid $23 instead of $20. But if you just rent them every time, then you can decide. Now, if you end up buying more than you rent, you're just that kind of a person, then so be it. Then you're better off buying and altogether. But man, they're just making it very consumer friendly to be able to buy the stuff we want without jamming stuff we don't want down our throat. That's where we are at our best. I think when we have this competition for the stuff that we purchase, the music, the movies, and whatever, we're at our best because that means the better stuff wins, right? It gets financed, and the worst crap doesn't, and it goes away. So anyway, 330-729-9977. Over the last couple of weeks, I as you kind of know, you get, we sort of do experiments very publicly, and so I'll get into a new thing. Like it was Bitcoin for 2 years, and then we did solar and energy. We did television and cut the cable, and we're doing a big marketing thing for downtown. All this summer, we're going to be pushing and promoting everything that's happening downtown. So you as the listeners and you as the public, I want everybody to at least know what's going on. You can choose not to go support it or do it, but at least you know it. I don't ever want to hear anybody say that they wasn't aware of anything that happened in the city of Youngstown. It's not an excuse. I want to make sure at least if we're going to, if we're not going to fill in a venue, it's because we decided that it just wasn't for us. And then that way, because you never really can judge the stuff that came to town if nobody really knew it came to town. You didn't go because you disliked the content. You didn't go because you had no idea it was coming. So anyway, we're getting into some marketing things, and the stuff always comes back to tech. So we're clear to talk about it on a computer show. But I started getting stuff like a plotter, a vinyl plotter, and doing T-shirts and stuff like that. We do a lot of branding and marketing, and we really try to push the businesses that are downtown. Especially if I come up to you in public and I say, name me 10 companies that are downtown. Right? You'd probably be able to name a couple bars. The Covelli Center, the Covelli Center. You'd probably Dior's going to be up there, but what about the other ones? Maybe not all of you know what's downtown. So we're experimenting with all of the technologies that go along with marketing. One of those of which is social media marketing. I had a really good meeting with some old school business owners who were, they're still subscribing to the Yellow Pages ads. They're still paying $600 to be in the Yellow Pages, and they do not want any part of being on social media or having some kind of indexing. Now, you got to look at it this way. We interface. We talk to a lot of the vendors, the same ones that you do, but we do it with a tech head. So if you're talking to an AT&T vendor and they're trying to sell you on the web version of AT&T, right, and they're telling you about how people are searching and how they're the number one index for businesses online, and you're paying a monthly fee to AT&T. I had a company that was paying, I want to say like $800 a month to have a listing on the website of AT&T, and they kept sending them reports about how many people they kept sending to a specific phone number, and they were promising like thousands of these customers a month that were coming to this phone number. And when you dove right down into it, the statistics were just not true, and it was, they're trying to keep that. They're trying to keep that marketing venue open and relevant, but it really is not. Everybody I come across that still does a Yellow Pages ad, put a $25 token ad in there. I have no problem with that. But to have a majority of your sales, unless you are 100% dependent on a demographic that still uses the phone book, then I would not do it at all. Let that phone book go from 2 inches down to a centimeter for all I care. The future is going to be how we're guided through, mapping. So if you want to put some ads in some mapping software, Google does mapping, Bing does mapping, Waze is another good one. We were on Waze for a little while. I think we probably got best response out of all the mapping products best from Waze. Waze is sort of like a handheld, put it on your cell phone. It gives you the mapping, and it gives you where speed traps are and stuff like that. But what it also tells you is allows you to put your business on the map. So when people are driving by, you're on the map and it's your information on the map. So it's basically a highlighter for not just a map, but it's you on the map. And I thought that was pretty cool. That was a good way of doing it. And for a computer place, when you're driving the freeway, you're not like, oh, let's stop at this computer place. But there are some businesses that would do really well for someone on the freeway or someone on a road to be able to say, oh, there's a whatever, let me jump off and do that. So that, again, we do experimentation with the public and how they want to be served, because all of the business stuff that we do with the downtown is figuring out the public and what they really want. Do they want to do phone books? Do they want to do tablets? Do they want to, have, plan C? And then we try to provide that kind of marketing that connects people, because that's really what this is all. Business is about making connections between a buyer and a seller, and it's, that's the most basic form, and just doing it really well with not a bunch of hurdles, and, that's the way you make everybody happy. So, like I said, we're doing a bunch of marketing with some ground level stuff. I mean, this is just screen printing, which I had an interest in, and vinyl cutting. I got this big 27-inch plotter, and it prints out these vinyl things, and I've been silk screening and making stickers for my car and stuff like that. So that's interesting. So it's not like move the needle, I'm working on solar, right? But it is kind of cool that, we get to, when I do that kind of stuff, I can picture a person that can pick up just these two new materials that I made, or that I am working with, and you could form an entire business. If somebody is good artistically, and you can do screen printing, it only took, maybe $1,000 worth of total equipment to get going. I mean, I was pumping out stickers when I bought, it was $500 for this plotter. And so all of this stuff is coming in, where a plotter, you used to not be able to touch one for under $2,700. And now like I said, I picked one up for $500, and it does an amazing job. So all of this stuff just makes me excited for anybody who has an enterprising brain that can get out there and see if they have the stuff to be able to sell to the public. It helps too that we're doing the marketing and promotion thing, but like I said, it's just interesting. Costs have come down, and that's what we hope for as consumers, that we create enough competition that those costs do. Now, again, the peril is that the reason a lot of these electronics are coming down is the very reason that we're buying, from large distributors that are making it really easy, and they are putting smaller distributors out of business. So again, it's the same problem. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, take some more of your phone calls. Phone number 330-729-9977. You can also text me here at 333-1570. I'll check those text messages when we get back to you. So if you're on the line, stay on the line. There's a couple spaces reserved for you. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN.
Get ready to start saving during Menards Race to Savings Sale. Pre-blended general purpose concrete mix is great for sidewalks, floors, steps, patios, curbs, and setting posts. All you have to do is add water, mix, and pour. Right now, get 4 60-pound bags of pre-blended general purpose concrete mix for only $9. Find these and other great deals during Menards Race to Savings Sale. Now through June 3rd.
Save big money at Menards.
Arthritis, back pain, knee pain, bursitis, fibromyalgia. Learn how you can solve these problems. Sunday morning, 7 a.m. News Radio 570 WKBN.
Four Seasons Flea Market at 3000 McCartney Road, open every Wednesday and Sunday from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. with close to 100 small businesses under one roof, all offering something different, like fresh produce, baked goods, fresh flowers, sports memorabilia, masseuse, and palm reader. Or how about knives and more for the outdoorsman? Four Seasons Flea Markets offers homemade oils and scents, plus T-shirts and pet items. Stop by Four Seasons Flea Market, McCartney Road in Youngstown, and register to win Cleveland Indians tickets.
Thinking of taking a summer vacation this year? Why not vacation in your own backyard? Drag out the lawn chairs or lay out the blankets. Have no problems with crowded beaches, messy sand, or long lines. When you buy a Radiant pool from Burnett Pools, it turns your backyard into a little piece of paradise. price, and it can be used year after year. Radiant pools feature the same technology used to build airplanes and aircrafts. It's the only above-ground pool with a lifetime warranty against winter damage and is insulated with 2-inch thick foam. The incredible Radiant pool. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water than any other pool you can install in your backyard. This exclusive technology is available only at Burnett Pools in Cortland, Canfield, and Newcastle. And as a special bonus, how does 0% APR for 60 months sound? Visit BurnettPools.com or one of our convenient locations in Cortland, Canfield, or Newcastle. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water with a Radiant pool and 0% APR for 60 months.
Burnett Pools, we've got it all.
As a small business owner, you make every dollar count. So what could you do with $10? Go to Vistaprint.com today and you'll get 500 high-quality custom business cards for only $9.99. That's less than 2 cents per card. And at Vistaprint, your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. So it's never been easier to turn 500 strangers into connections. Just visit Vistaprint.com and use promo code 5959 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 5959.
When you see 570 WKBN broadcasting live around the valley, stop by and spin the Pizza Hut prize wheel for a chance to win prizes. All day, every day, 2 pizzas, $5.99 each with 2 toppings each. No one out delivers the Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Would you like to trade bank accounts with Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world? How about a payday like Bill Gates or Oprah? Well, the one thing they all have in common is they're making millions because of the internet. And right now, a group of regular people just like you are getting in on this amazing online business trend, thanks to the teachings of a former dishwasher turned internet sensation, Teo V from My Ecom Club. Right now, he is revealing his entire online store success system for free. Just call 800-462-8155 within the next 11 minutes. Leave your name and email in a voice message and you will receive access to his entire online store system absolutely free. Plus, when you call 800-462-8155 or go to freeaccountnow.com within the next 11 minutes, we will also give you a $97 gift absolutely free. These days, starting an online store is easier than you've ever imagined if you follow Teo's strategies. Call 800-462-8155 to claim your spot.
There was once a time when news had no bias. It had no leanings to the left or right, no presumptions. The purpose? To deliver the facts as they happened, to reveal the depth of the investigation, then to allow you to decide. The Daily Dive podcast was founded on that lost principle, dedicated to the facts, unfiltered, so you can understand the issues. The news without the noise. We invite you to hear the news again with the Daily Dive podcast on iHeartRadio. Just search for Daily Dive in your iHeartRadio app.
It's 70.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show, and just a little bit about Youngstown Computer. If you have any computer service needs, 330-259-7278. Full service bench and computer repair, on-site service, pretty much new equipment as well. If you have any needs, make sure you write that phone number down, 330-259-7278. And both David and Anthony work Monday through Friday down there, so they'll get you scheduled. You can also go online, youngstowncomputer.com, and schedule your appointment. Let them know that you're interested in having some computer work done. It's one of those things where when your computer goes down for the count, you might not need us now, but when that happens, it's good to have a company that you can trust that's capable of doing that work. And we have that level of fairness and trust with this community. So we really hope that you'll choose us when the time comes. 330-259-7278. We sell a lot of computers, and for a company that sort of just started doing that part again in December, we've done really well as far as new equipment. And this sort of the stuff we put together are crafted for the people who want less worry and trouble. When you buy just specifically on price, you're better off hands down to just buy on the retail side. Your markups are about 4% on the retail side, and you'll just save some money. And we build ours. Ours are crafted for like the commercial end of this industry. And so we're looking at, once we put a computer on the workstation, we don't want to move it back anywhere else. We want it to last the entire lifetime of that computer right where it is. And so we buy stuff that has sort of a reputation of having the least failure rate possible. So even if we have to pay up a little bit for the cost of the hardware that goes into it, it's worth it because of that consistency where you know that you're not going to have failing parts. Again, failure rate is one of those most highly weighted considerations on our hardware end. So if you're looking for a computer that has better specs than what you're going to find on the retail side, and that are crafted for the longevity, that's sort of what we're after there. And our guys just take care of you. So 330-259-7278. Make sure you write that number down. And even like I said, even if you know that you don't need us right now, keep it handy and on the side of your computer, because that time will come, and we will hope that you will call. All right, Lois, I'm going to take your call when we come back. Anybody else that wants to call, 330-729-9977. Got some text messages to read as well, so you can get those in at 333-1570. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Steve Bott from Mark Thomas Ford, and boy, do we have some great incentives. We have 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, and first responders, college students, Farm Bureau members, you all receive additional incentives. How about the unheard of used car rebate? Our certified pre-owned cars now come with a $750 conquest rebate and interest rates as low as 1.9. So if you're looking for a new or used vehicle, stop out at Mark Thomas Ford and see how low we can go. We're 2 miles north of the Route 82 bypass on Elm Road in Cortland, Ohio, or check us out on the web at markthomasford.com.
Whatever it takes.
LeBron going coast to coast.
LeBron and the Cavaliers aim for another NBA championship.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen to Game 2 Sunday at 8.
Hey, knocks it down.
On the Sports Animal 1390.
What story matters to me the most right now? The current political situation, how it's going to affect the majority of the people who are currently relying on government assistance in our country.
Don't go crazy, yo!
News Radio 570 WKBN. Time is 2 o'clock. For antique oak flooring, go to bairdbrothers.com. This is News Radio 570 WKBN, Youngstown.
From ABC News, I'm Daria Albinger. Days of meetings between the U.S. and North Korean officials appear to have worked. An historic summit between the nations is back on. The president receiving a hand-delivered letter from Kim Jong-un's Lieutenant, ABC's Tara Palmieri at the White House.
The president accepting that oversized message from North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Kim's right-hand man and former spy chief Kim Jong-chol at the White House for his special delivery. Receiving a warm welcome, Kim, formerly banned from the United States, reportedly oversaw the 2014 Sony hack after their film The Interview mocked Kim Jong-un.
The summit will take place in Singapore, the nation's defense minister telling Reuters that his country will pay for some of the cost but wouldn't elaborate. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross is in China for a new round of trade talks. Here in the U.S., farmers and other agricultural producers are worried about retaliatory tariffs from Canada, Mexico, and the European Union and how they could affect their businesses. Jeff Schwager runs a Wisconsin company that exports cheese to Mexico.
It's our second largest export market, and it will reduce sales. There's no question.
The retaliatory tariffs are in response to tariffs on steel and aluminum produced by Canada, Mexico, and the EU. Firefighters in New Mexico are battling a massive wildfire in Colfax County. It's grown to nearly 28,000 acres, but it is 0% contained. Mandatory evacuation orders are now in effect for the town of Cimarron.
There's 296 structures threatened, if the fire happened to escape their barriers. So that's why the mandatory evacuations are in effect.
Linda Kearns with the Southwest Area Incident Management Team. There are events around the country today to protest gun violence and in memory of the victims of it. Many participants wearing orange, a color that has come to represent their call for stronger gun laws. You're listening to ABC News.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. One person is in the Trumbull County Jail after leading police on a car chase yesterday afternoon. That vehicle ending up crashing into a pole and catching fire on Niles Road in Warren. Warren police say Howland police were chasing 33-year-old Matthew Reiner. He and another suspect, the passenger, ran from the car. Reiner was caught, turned over to the Howland Police Department. Police are still looking for the other suspect. The FBI and the Boardman Police are investigating a robbery of Citizens Bank on Boardman-Poland Road yesterday afternoon. Investigators say a man armed with a handgun took money from a teller and a customer and ran west on Boardman-Poland Road. The robber, described as a light-skinned black man, approximately 6'1", 215 pounds, in his late 20s to early 30s, wearing possibly a red Cleveland Cavaliers hat, red shirt, and blue jean shorts. Those with information are asked to contact 330-726-4144. In Mesopotamia, one person is dead after a crash between a logging truck and an SUV. 27 First News says it happened about 6 p.m. last night at the intersections of State Route 534 and State Route 87. The log truck collided with the SUV after the SUV began driving through the intersection. A female passenger is confirmed dead. The driver is in critical condition. The log truck driver was not injured. In sports, the Twins beat the Indians 7-4, both again today, 3:37 on 570 WKBN. Pirates beat St. Louis 4-0. They both meet up again today in St. Louis. Game 2 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night. Cavs at Golden State, 8 o'clock tip-off, 7:30 airtime tomorrow night on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO. And a jump in the lake happened yesterday for Cleveland Browns head coach Hugh Jackson. He hopes the cleanse of the jump marks a new beginning for the Browns. After winning one game in 2016, Jackson said fans would find him swimming in the lake if they won only one game in 2017. Well, the Browns won none, and Jackson lived up to his vow. He turned the event into a fundraiser for the Hugh Jackson Foundation that fights human trafficking, raising $30,000. From the all-new Power Chevrolet Buick GMC newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 2:30. Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charlie's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charlie's.
Hi, Helen. You coming to lunch today?
No, I can't find my red jewel.
Oh, okay. Helen lost her jewelry.
Oh, you know what? Helen is probably playing Jewel Quest on iPlay.com.
Hi, Helen. You meeting the girls for dinner?
No, I'm busy with a new romance.
Oh, okay.
What is she doing tonight?
Helen says she's